Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about what we feel is the best way to trade Dragonfly option spreads. If you're not familiar with these types of spreads, that's okay. We will introduce you to them, and we're going to show you our Theta Trader options trading solution where we can automate a lot of the heavy lifting that otherwise goes into trading these types of complicated spreads. So with that said, you're looking here at the dashboard for our Theta Trader options platform, and we're going to focus on the Dragonfly. You see it shows up here, and you're wondering where all this data is coming from. Well, we have an algorithm that pre-builds and basically creates and automatically generates these spread trades for you. If you're not familiar with what a Dragonfly looks like, here is a bird's eye view where you're selling 4 of these 4270 calls in this case, and that's represented by the red line. And then you buy 1 further out of the money call, and then 3 closer to the money calls. Then you have that same structure on the downside with the puts. And once again, the strike price selection is all pre-done for us, and these are all built out with the help of our friendly algorithm working behind the curtain. You can see just the calls and just the puts, and here's the full Dragonfly. And we won't go into every number here on this little graph, but you'll notice that the first leg here is selling these 4 40-30 puts in this example, and they have a delta of 9.75, and that means there's over a 90% probability that these options will expire out of the money, which of course is the whole idea if we're selling options and collecting premium. And the same thing with these calls, the 4 calls we're selling, the 4720s, the delta 6.81%, so over a 93% probability of these options expiring out of the money. And of course, we do not hold trades through expiration. We always close out the position before the expiration, whether that's for a win or a loss, and we can also automate the trade management as well. And you'll notice here, it always defaults to a sell when you're selling a Dragonfly, Theta Trader, and the quantity always defaults to 1. And a quantity of 1 is in a ratio of this 4 by 1 by 3. And so it's always going to look that way when you do a quantity of 1. You'll notice your cash required up here, 4761, your maximum profit potential at expiration, targeted return on cash, and then this is your targeted annualized return here. And use this number here to compare one trade to another. That's how we like to use that, not to suggest those are the types of annualized returns you should expect with this strategy. And if you want to go ahead and leave that quantity at 1, you do nothing. You can increase it, go up to 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, and you can see the cash required, and your profit potential changes, of course, along the way. So we will stick with just that quantity 1. The pricing is already predetermined for you. And then if you like what you see here, you would place that order. And there it is. It's just that simple. You see here it shows up in our demo account that the order is now placed and filled. And that's as easy as that. And in terms of managing that position, we talked about the automated management. Here is where you would look at your open positions. You can look at everything on one page. And you'll see there are 6 open positions here, short spread positions, a combination of dragonflies and condors. And let me squeeze this page down just a little bit so you can see the whole thing. You'll see this green row here. That's called the risk thermal indicator. And each one of these trades, of course, is being monitored by Theta Trader. And that color coding system there will change depending on what's happening on that trade. And if it ever reaches a blue, that's a profit-taking signal, then Theta Trader will automatically place an order for you to close out that position. Or if it reaches red, that means too much risk and you'll have to move on to the next trade after taking your loss on that position. Just that simple. And you can go back, of course, and look at your closed positions here as well. You can see here a total of 20 on this page and 17 winners, 3 losers, and this is just a demo account. so I wouldn't read too much into that. But you can see the short positions here, 15 winners, 0 losers. And that typically makes sense when markets are in a consolidative period of time and you're selling premium, such as the Dragonfly strategy. That's usually a good opportunity for a strategy like that. And of course, the long positions, you can buy options, of course, with ThetaTrader. You'll see there are 5 trades, 2 winners, and 3 losers. And that makes sense. Buying options is always a lower probability type of approach or strategy. And if you want to look back at any of the history of any particular trade, I'll just click on this one right here. It was a condor trade, and this is what it looked like. You can see on August 3, it was placed. It had 59 days till expiration. And then as theta decay started to work, the trade started becoming more and more profitable. You can see the RTI is green, which is good, meaning do nothing. And then it turns blue, and ThetaTrader automatically covers that position and takes the trade off the table for you. So people love using ThetaTrader. It makes something complex very, very user-friendly and easy to approach. And we'll jump back to the dashboard and just give one last overview. And you'll see here, this is what it looks like when you log in. You'll see your open short positions or any long positions here. You'll see at a glance what the RTI is saying. In this case, green means good and do nothing. And then we also focused on the Dragonfly and a little bit of the Condor today, but notice that, of course, there are bullish strategies that are pre-populated and bearish. So we can do more than just these non-directional strategies. And we focus on the E-minis, meaning the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and Russell 2000. That's where the volume is. And if you're trying to do a Dragonfly in individual stock options or ETFs, it's a real nightmare. Let's put it that way. You have to log in to your platform and then basically create one spread. And once that's filled, you have to leg in to another spread that you create, and then closing out the position is just as cumbersome. So we love using ThetaTrader. We think you would too. If you'd like to hear more, check the description below. We'll put a link in there for you, and you can reach us at any time. I'd love to hear from you, and thanks for your time. Bye-bye.